What is going on, guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with the part 2 of my Pocket Dimension video playthrough here for you. Now, if you guys haven't seen my first part 1 video, I actually was able to push through the first 6 nodes, I believe, using a weaker team, but now I am going to be using my full roster here in terms of getting to the finish line and ultimately unlocking the Pocket Dimensions event here. So starting off, you guys, Cersei, she's going to be absolutely invaluable here, as you can see, providing a lot of defensive capabilities, but as well, she's got a really handy stun to control the situation. We're going to be using her tactical advantage over the enemies. Next, you see Shuri here with the defensive capabilities again, with healing and defense up, and as well as being able to provide the skirmisher there to imply the vulnerability. We got Scarlet Spider here, newest character here out of all the players I'm using, but you can see with the passive here, he's actually going to provide some synergy to the fellow web warriors here, the increased dodge chance for himself, but as well as the increased health for him and fellow Miles Morales later on. So Omega Red here, he's actually going to be the one that's the most probably inaccessible by a lot of players, just with him being the newest mythic legendary, but with him, he's going to be able to apply the ability block, strip away positive buffs from the enemies. It's going to be absolutely crucial for us to control the situation, and some strong capabilities because he's also very self-sustaining as he has lifesteal, right? And last but not least, Spider-Man Miles here, as you can see, no T4s on his abilities, but he's got some really good disruption and as well as the synergies with Scarlet Spider. So that being said, you guys, let's go ahead now and start things off here and wrap up the remaining 4 nodes here, ultimately unlocking Pocket Dimensions. So let's see here, 1.61 million. This is where actually you will see that the enemies start getting a lot stronger, so we'll need some strategy that's actually involved here. We do value Cersei the most, so we're going to put her in one side of the corner. My apologies there. I'm going to get rid of Multiple Man, who provided insane value for the previous nodes. I'm actually going to put Omega Red in the center here, just because he's really tanky. He's got some good stats and healing, and then followed by both Scarlet Spider and Miles Morales actually being in the back end there. So we got our healers to the corner, so that way they don't get the chain attacks, and as well as Omega Red soaking up the majority of damage. Total team power is about 500k, and let's give this a shot here. You know, wave management is always going to be the key. If you guys have seen my earlier Dark Dimension 3, Dark Dimension 4 videos, so we always want to take down any significant advantages they may have here. So keep in mind too, these are the rework characters, so these Yondus are actually better than the old Yondus, but I like to take down the tactical enemies such as Black Widow, who can provide a stun. So what we're going to do here is, you know, we unfortunately do lose benefits of not having Icarus, but you know, we're gonna fully utilize Cersei's damage. As you can see, even with her ultimate there, she's able to actually take down a lot of the enemy's health, and that's really crucial for us. So we're just gonna be focused on taking down anybody that's weak that has significant advantages. So you know, Hawkeye's got a blind that we just took away right there. I am actually gonna focus on taking down Vision, so you know, I'm gonna focus this one in the corner there. Just because he's got the ability block, as you just see right there, inflicting that on Omega Red and Scarlet Spider. Can't get rid of, unfortunately, can't get rid of Black Widow just yet. So we'll take down the Yondus because, you know, Yondu can summon clones to actually help them. Excuse me, the minions that can provide some supportive capabilities, right? And with Scarlet Spider being the weakest on our team, my fear is that he may go down sooner than we think. So as you can see there, thankfully it missed, but not good. He's already going down here, so not a really good start already. Thankfully got the Shuri heal, but you know, this actually may actually be a little under leveled even in these initial nodes. So that's something to be mindful of going forward. I may actually need to bring them up a little higher as we progress towards ultimately the last node being Ultron. So got stunned here. Do I want to use it yet? I don't think so. I'm gonna save that for a moment where I actually do need it, but you can see here I may have to tactically change Scarlet Spider's positioning though, because of the fact that, you know, he's getting hit a lot with the actual chain attack. So we can't really fully utilize Omega Red yet because there's not really that many positive buffs. I don't really want to waste the attack, but I'm gonna back up Yondu here and just slow him down a little bit, and as well as take off his speed. And you know what, we are going to try and stun. Most damage here is Yondu, but let's see if we can stun Jessica Jones, just because she actually does have some strong abilities. She can cleanse, and then if we can just go ahead and extend some negative conditions here. Beautiful. I'm going to take advantage of that. I love the Scarlet Spider for being able to do that. Almost kind of seen as very similar to symbiote Spider-Man. So we can finish off that wave. It's a darn shame that we don't have any allies on our team that can, you know, get some bonuses from being able to take down the enemies. But fortunately for us, you know, we're in a really good position right now. We just got to keep taking our time here. And again, we're going to be targeting the Black Widow and Hawkeye combination here, just because they provide tactical advantages to the team, and we're looking pretty good. You know, fortunately for us, they haven't done too much damage, and every time they have, we've been able to actually prevent them from being able to get the steam rolling here. We're going to apply defense down, and I am actually going to apply the ability block on Captain America so that he cannot taunt there, because we do want to see if we can heal us up, which we do. Yeah, so far so good. My only fear is, you know, being squishier Miles Morales and Scarlet Spider, and especially Scarlet Spider, because he's got, you know, he's got quite a bit lower the stars compared to everyone else. So I'm gonna now. This is a time where we want to conserve our energy. We do want to save our energy for the next wave here. But thankfully, the Spider-Mans do have a lot of dodge, so I'm very grateful to that. But I feel like for the next node here, I am going to tactically change their positioning. They're getting attacked way too much, so I'm probably going to put them in the corners, actually, and put my 3 tankiest characters being the highest level in the center. So that's what I'll do. So that's the first start of the harder nodes. As you see, it jumps up even more once again. So I'm not sure if we can do it with this team yet, but we can give it a shot. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to swap. I'm going to put in the back now Cersei and Shuri, and then I am actually going to separate Scarlet Spider and Miles Morales, just because, again, I noticed they were just taking too much damage. Thankfully, their dodges saved them, but definitely not where I want it to be. It was very scary at times, so I'm going to see what I can do here. Apply defense up, and I'm going to activate once again here. I'm going to take away and see if I can do as much damage as I can. Apply some disruption there. Some beautiful, beautiful synergies. There we go. And you know what? This is one of those great times to actually activate the ultimate here to smash all them. Wow, that is some beautiful synergies right there. You really want to take advantage of all their AoEs together, and gives us a really good moment to just take down so many of them, right? I'm going to save Cersei's stun there just because there's no point in activating it just yet. But you know what? These guys are higher than the last node, but we're doing actually better because we were able to position ourselves a little better. So you know what? Let's keep it up. Oh, I messed up there. Actually, what I should have done is I should have focused on Iron Man. But let's see here. See how much damage his attack does. Okay, not too bad. But you can see already the effects now of these guys being stronger. Even my Shuri took quite a beating right there, actually. So we're going to heal up. Never hesitate to heal. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and stun Crossbones because I'm not sure if he had a second turn yet to actually be able to use his ultimate. So we're going to go ahead here. Activate the slow for all of them, and now this is beautiful. We activate the special here for Scarlet Spider to extend these negative conditions. Doesn't apply to the ability block, but you know what? It extends the slows and the heal blocks, and that's, for me, that's good enough. You know, and once again, now I like this moment right now because this is a good time to start just focusing. And again, always try to aim for the offensive targets on the team, because there's no point in targeting Captain America first. You know, he's not gonna be the one that finishes off, right? It's gonna be Iron Man's. It's gonna be Miss Marvel, and absolutely love Miles Morales and being able to strip away those negative conditions. So we're looking really good, you guys. Actually, the first node was actually a lot harder than this one. Pretty straightforward. We're doing pretty good. I like the changes that I made to my positioning, because I am finding a lot better success now with the Spider-Mans actually being able to mitigate them damage there. So we're just flying by with this node. Crossbones damage right there, and fortunately Shuri's able to have some pretty good defense there and shouldering that, but definitely we need to be mindful of her, because if she goes down, we're going to lose a lot of protection. So I don't, let's see here. I don't actually want to use Cersei's ultimate because I really like the way it starts off the node. So I'm going to save that right now. I'm just going to soak up this damage a little bit here. Trust that the Spider-Mans can soak it up as well. Save the abilities here. And yep, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing right now. And let's go ahead and let's see if we can finish off. Yep, perfect. And now just getting this Tree Reaper out of the way. I combined his name there. Whoops, my bad. There we go. We'll go ahead and finish her off. And now finishing off with Jessica Jones. Wow, she almost actually took down Scarlet Spider solo right there. So definitely gotta be mindful of that. I'm gonna start things off a little shaky with the next node here. Not sure if this would be actually a good chance to heal him up. Let's see here. How much does it cost again? If I hit heal, The 50. It's a full 50. So you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait because worst case I can always just back out. But we also got a lot of heals coming our way, and we got 2 nodes left to go. We're making some really good pace here. You can see with these guys, they're having a much better time than my first 6 nodes because I was trying to use a lower power team. And honestly speaking, if you guys are free to play and trying to push through, I feel like the first 6 nodes is pretty much as free to play friendly as it gets, because after that, this is definitely notably a lot harder, as you can see with these guys being 80, 90k range. So we're gonna do what we've been doing. We're gonna use the ultimate there from Cersei to start things off. We're actually now gonna activate the ultimate here for Omega Red, because you can see absolutely devastating start right here. Just look at all that trauma right there. Sorry, not the condition trauma, but like the actual negative conditions. But and we're gonna be able to extend that now too with Scarlet Spider. Yeah, we want to keep these guys in check. The Wolverines are who we were worried about right now, because, and especially those Deadpools, right? They can do a lot of damage, especially once they get going. But you know, as you can see right there, fortunately, they weren't able to take anyone down. So I'm going to save the stun there. It doesn't ever seem like I need the stun, which is good. But you know, always nice to have handy for sure. But I would say, just based on what I've seen right now, through my previous nodes here, and even being able to push me all the way through the initial first 6 nodes, actually the final 3 of those 6 nodes, it was really Shuri being able to have those defensive capabilities, right? And by having her, she applies so much defense up and healing. And that's going to be really surmountable, right? Like, hopefully, if you guys are going through and you have her unlocked, she's really a difference maker here. Cersei's another one, but with her being a limited time event when she came, you know, the only downside is I'm having a good time with her right now because she's so built up, and I use her in the Doom 2 raids. But, oh, wow. So, Scarlet Spider did go down. So, you know what? Let's back out of here because I do want to keep him going forward. So, we need to be mindful of this. So, okay. Deadpool node is the one that's a red flag. I didn't think we have a hard time starting it, but let's try this again. And keep that in mind, you guys. You know, you mess up somewhere, just know that you can always back out, right? So we're gonna start things off again. We're gonna activate the special here for Shuri. Once again, the ultimate here with Cersei doing some devastating damage. Combo that up here with the disruption, and as well as topping that off with Omega Red here, using the ultimate. And what I should have done before is use the ultimate, so I didn't do that. So let's do this time. We're gonna go ahead, activate the ultimate, and completely clears the board. Really good start. Already the first wave down, and we are gonna focus on the damage dealers, you know, mainly here being Wolverine and as well as the Nebulas. But first things first, let's apply some defense down on him. You know, just look at that spread. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to take away his speed meter too and slow him down. Wolverine is able to cleanse his conditions, right? So that's why we do want to focus him. He can also do a lot of attacks, and with his piercing, you honestly just never know how much damage he's going to do. So that's why we need to be mindful of that. Now, as you guys can see, we do actually have this final wave here, and that spawns a Doctor Strange that can actually revive. So again, I do want to focus on the damage dealers. I'm gonna go ahead and stun Deadpool. He can chain attack. He can do quite a bit, and I do just want to make sure he's out of the picture. Doctor Strange can't do much. Elektra needs time to build up the abilities. So you know what? We're gonna go ahead, activate finally the special there with the trauma to finish him off. And you know what? Let's go ahead. We just don't want him reviving someone, so we're gonna focus Doctor Strange just to get him out of the picture. Even though he doesn't do damage, you know, as you see right there, he can flip negatives. He provides good support, and what I'm afraid of is him just bringing back a fallen enemy right there as an ally. So activating the ultimate there, really inflicting some damage, and we are gonna go ahead and activate the special. Just to go ahead, we just want to do some damage on it at this point, really, just to get some guys out of the way, especially with these Nebulas and being able to chain attack and assist. And at this point, this is where I would take down another 2 or 3 enemies and conserve my energy for the last node, because we want to be in a really good place when we're up against Ultron. And again, I just got so lucky with having this team and really building upon it, even 2 weeks, 3 weeks out from the event. But hopefully you guys have at least Cersei, or at least both the Web Warriors being Scarlet Spider and Miles Morales, because with those two, at least they're gonna have some long-term value, and you can build them up right now, which is really good. So again, focusing damage dealers. I don't care about the Groots. Yes, medic can revive, but that's not my concern right now. I just want to be able to focus damage dealers such as Wolverine, and as well as Nebula once Wolverine goes down. So that's what we do right there. And now I've gotten to a point again, similar to my earlier videos. You know, when we get to this point where we're up against only defensive characters, we just want to essentially hit auto and basic. You know, we're going to be saving our abilities, and there's no point in wasting this energy and the abilities on these enemies when we know for a fact that they likely won't be able to take us down. So I would actually aim for medic next, just because medic can revive. The Groots, they can cleanse, they have defense up, but they're not going to be doing much damage. And especially given how slow they are, that's really, really fortuitous for us. There we go. Perfect. Now, beautiful moment, just 1-on-5, and we're just going to go ahead and continue the auto hacks. I'm very, very curious though. I know this last node is definitely the one that some players and content creators were speculating that would be a little trickier, just because it does mirror Dark Dimension 1, but and as well the Ultron being built up, right? Like it's as strong as an Ultron will ever be with the red stars and the yellow. So there you guys have it. I am actually gonna just make sure we get this in one shot. So I'm gonna heal up my Shuri because she is not full HP, but I want to make sure I'm going into this with respect, right? Never, as you guys can see here, really the pain point is Ultron. Once you get through him, you know, the lieutenants, I'm not too worried about the troopers. So let's get this party finally wrapped up. I am gonna heal up Shuri here, and we're gonna do this in one shot, you guys. So even having both my Scarlet Spider and Miles Morales being under level, same with Omega Red. The only two that were built up for Doom 2 raids were both Cersei and Shuri. Otherwise, everyone's either tier 14 or tier 13. So let's see if this is enough. I do believe it is, because we have some really strong offensive juggernauts backing us up. And what I did before previously is activating Shuri's defense up at the start, but you can see because of Cersei we actually already get that, so I have been accidentally making that as a mistake here, and I did realize that now. But at least now we can chain attack with Shuri and Cersei having consecutive defense up. So after this, you bet I'm going to activate Shuri's abilities there. So we're going to do the same thing what we've always done. We're going to activate the ultimate here. Just look at the trauma, the amount of damage we're bringing onto these guys, and once again activating the ultimate here from Scarlet Spider, clearing the board there. But really the main target here is gonna be Ultron, because he's got a revive, and we just want to make sure we take him down, especially with the clones that we see, right? So we're gonna go ahead and stun him. Unfortunately, with Ultron being the first Dark Dimension character unlock here, he's not as, in my opinion, he's not as powerful as Dr. Doom. So fortunately, we don't have to deal with Dr. Doom at the end of this. But still, I wouldn't say this is gonna be an easy node, just because looking right now, just look at the amount of damage they're doing. And now they got some protection with Captain America there. The clones are going to be doing damage as well. So I mean, I really do want to just see if I can just focus on taking down Ultron, and then I do believe we'll be in the clear. So beautiful. We forced him to use his revive, but you can see now this is generally where things can go south, because just look at the number of clones he has. So I'm hoping my chain attacks can do some work. But wow, my Spider-Mans are just not strong enough to take him down. And to be honest, I don't know if, oh wow, so you can see he just one-shotted Omega Red. So we're gonna need to be tackling this in a different way. There's also the 2-attempt approach, right, where you essentially go in with the weaker team, and essentially what you do is you actually strike. Actually, you know what? I got 2 guys right now. I can actually probably do that. I was gonna say you can do a 2-prong approach where you can waste Ultron's revive. So you know what? Just because for the sake of the fact that we actually have 2 spare characters. Oh, okay, never mind. Scratch that. We're not able to do it because we actually need 5 characters, so I'm not going to do it. What I was going to say is sometimes with the attempts, what you can do is you can actually go in and actually attack Ultron first, therefore lowering his HP, because his revive only activates if he's full. So never mind, that approach isn't going to work. I thought we can just pop in like the normal Dark Dimensions where you can actually sometimes throw 1 or 2 characters and that's all you need. But I guess with this one, you do need to actually be mindful of that. You can only actually have a full roster. So if you did it over 2 days, it actually wouldn't be bad. But I actually want to get this unlocked in 1 day, so hence me making the video. So let's go ahead. You know what? Let's go ahead. Same thing. I think maybe we just had some bad RNG, and so as long as we're able to take control here as you can see, we're doing really good now with this one, because for whatever reason, our negative conditions seem stronger, and Ultron seems a lot weaker, and we ability blocked him as well, so he doesn't have that opportunity there to activate his clones there or something. But you can see, unfortunately, our Shuri did go down. So the real question now is, can I do this without Shuri? And to be honest, I don't think I can. So I might actually need to just let me see how it is first. I'm gonna try to take down Ultron, and if I'm able to, maybe we don't. But I think once Ultron gets going, yeah, it's not looking good right now. By the time he gets his clones up, I think we're gonna be back to square one here. That was some really bad luck. Oh, perfect. So at least he missed his ultimate, but the fact that we lost our best healer and support for healing, and keep in mind, really the only one that's kind of built out of these four is actually Cersei. So can we just do with Cersei without? Yeah, no, yeah, that's not looking good. So just some bad luck there. I'll try again. But yeah, you guys can see now, even with the far under 98k team, especially an emphasis on both Cersei and Shuri, we're having some issues. You know, it's definitely not a cakewalk, so that's for sure. Again, there was some really bad luck there, but we're gonna do the same thing. I thought we had some really good RNG when we saw all the damage being brought upon Ultron. We almost took him down fully with all the abilities, but let me try this again. Once again, Omega Red with the ability block sticking and landing. Again, we're going to take the disruption there, and we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here with Scarlet Spider's ultimate, doing some beautiful AoE. Okay, so, and I don't actually remember how my Shuri went down, but there was a strong attack being made. It could have been Ultron, it could have been one of the troopers. I just can't recall, to be honest. You know what, and this time I am going to use the basic attack there, finish off Ultron, and we're looking like we're in a good place. We got heal blocks on us though, so I don't like that, but I'm going to activate defense up again because it just reapplies it, and I'm going to go ahead here and activate the defense down on Ultron, but it doesn't look like yeah, his resistance is too high for us, so that didn't work. Now Shuri is actually stunned, so strip away the positive taunt on Captain America, and now once again Omega Red doing some work. So you know what, let's try this again. I am gonna see if I can just go ahead, stun Ultron there, at least slow him down a little bit, right? So yeah, we're looking good. I think beautiful. You know what, that's exactly who I wanted to take down. Once I think the big thing is if you can take down Ultron, this wave, this node is done. Like, he's honestly the reason this node is difficult. That's the, if I can remember anything in Dark Dimension 1, it was like the moment you take down Ultron, it was good game. So now we're in a beautiful position. So the focus was just making sure that you can actually get him to go down. You can see, unfortunately, my Omega Red did fall, but I think we're still going to be okay. We don't need Omega Red, honestly speaking. I think with Ultron going down, that's the key thing, especially with 11 enemies left. Cersei could honestly finish off the rest of this herself. Let's see if my prediction's correct. We're losing all of our supportive capabilities, but honestly speaking, if we are able to land a couple more ultimates here, I think Cersei can actually be able to get the job done. But wow, okay, well, never mind. This is actually, so it's going to show you here that we may need the full team synergies and a little bit of RNG to get this done properly. So I'm going to back out because what happens is if you do not cancel before your last enemy falls, as you can see, Cersei did pass, but because we did it right when the animation was still happening, we're good to go. So we're still okay. But yeah, this is definitely giving me some insight here because I'm thinking almost that we're going to just need a little bit of RNG, guys. So bear with me here. So this is going to be the third try. So yeah, definitely not even easy. Not easy for a 500k team. And again, emphasis on both Shuri and Cersei. We got to be very mindful of that. So I like the speed that we did the last node on, where we were able to take down Ultron at a really good pace. But the question here ought to be is it too fast of a pace that the enemies come back and we just don't get a chance to recuperate? You know, that's a good question. Because sometimes it's just a luck of the draw. I thought we were in a really good position, but let's try this again. Yeah, 3 enemies down again with Ultron ability block, so he can't summon. That's exactly what we want. And once again, I am going to focus with the basic. And you know what? This time we're not ability block, so that's actually really good for us. We're going to go ahead and inflict the trauma. And I am going to back out his speed here. We're doing better than the last wave, I'll say that. And now... And even, that's beautiful, even the defense down actually sticks. So, you know, this is a great example of how you could be doing the exact same thing for this node. And the luck is just completely different just based on the RNG and how it felt. Because look at this. Last time, these enemies were just landing their heal blocks on us. We couldn't really do anything. And that's exactly why we need to take down Mordo. He's the one that resulted in that, and that prevented us from using Shuri to actually heal. And there's not a lot of sustain with this team, right? The moment someone gets, yeah, as you can see, knock on wood right there. Obviously, the moment I said that, Mortal lands his heal block, but you know, but we are in a better position. We got 10 enemies left, and we just need to wait a turn for the ability block. Once again, Shuri goes down, but we do still have, you know, 4 of our guys alive. Is this enough? That's the question. Because really, for us, it's just making sure that Shuri can land her abilities to be able to bring them down. Stun lands on Omega Red, so it's looking self again, but and as well, our Shuri is actually blinded as well, so she's going to be missing her attack unless we actually, yep. So now we are going to waste her attack here. Yeah, that Mortal, he's becoming definitely a pain point, that's for sure. I also don't like Sentry and how he can actually shroud and buy them more time to build up the damage, right? So you know what? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna finish him off. Yeah, and this time it's looking fortuitous for us. Activating the ultimate there, and as well we're gonna activate the defense down. I do want to chain that up. We basically just need to increase our output. And once again, Mortal. Just coming in clutch with that heal block. He's really making it hard for us to even just be able to gain an advantage, right? So we're going to go ahead and see if we can finish off the damage dealers at least for the time being. I do want to save the ultimate there for Omega Red because I feel like we're going to need it to get us to the finish line. So finally, the last wave, this is where we want to be. They got the blind on Miles. I don't care because he's not going to be the key character here to finish off this wave. It's gonna be Cersei and Omega Red trying to finish things off here. So ultimate, flip the negatives, positives to negatives, and again we're gonna be focusing on Mordo. So once again now, beautiful. Take a look at this, right? We're in a great position. So very obvious who some of the clutch and key characters are. Shuri brought us to a really good point, and I thank her for that greatly. But Omega Red being tanky, having the sustain for himself. Shuri having the majority of the damage on our team, the handy stun, and as well in being able to cleanse conditions. But you know, just having that AoE ultimate is very beautiful. Short cooldown as well, right? As you guys can see. And keep in mind, she's the only character here that actually has any Dark Dimension positive buffs here, right? So that's exactly why we're getting so much benefit. But man, Omega Red's value is really good. You know, this is a great demonstration, if you guys haven't unlocked him, of how powerful he can be. Finally unlocking now pocket dimensions here for you guys' reference. As you can see, it's definitely going to help towards Dark Dimension 5 in terms of building, and you see all these limited materials, right? This is very hard to get and farm in the game, and just to get this as a reward, definitely one of the best free-to-play events. Unfortunately, the downside with this is the fact that you're going to need a powerful roster. It's definitely not friendly to the free-to-play if you just started, let's say, 5-6 months ago. It's gonna be quite difficult to get to where you are, especially if you miss events like Cersei and Omega Red Mythic. So hope this video was able to help and provide a reference. Took me a few tries, you guys. Do appreciate you checking my videos. I enjoyed this. Thank you as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.